Hey guys, so this is the dashboard. A lot of you might come here first, but I am going to go over a few things with you that I want you to know. Some of this stuff is pretty simple to understand as long as you start clicking around and getting in there, but I didn't want anybody to get too confused. This is where you connect your custom domain, set up payment methods, add your first product, recommended apps, set up shipping and delivery, design your site. This is kind of where we're starting. Because some of this stuff is more advanced and it really isn't something that we always need to be doing, except for maybe we are probably going to add a products page. But I think going into the design of the website first for us is going to work the best. So we'll go into the Wix editor, and this will take us to our Wix editor. I've already done some poking around in here, so I did change it from the original theme to some degree, but I do want to show you how to change the color theme on your site and some other things as well in this video. So site design, this is where you find your color themes and your text themes. You can easily switch it to a different theme that's already preloaded here, or you can just change the colors here. These are the base colors, there's two of them, and then the accent colors here. So it's pretty easy to just change these out. I'm not actually going to change this, but if you have the hex color code, you can add it here. If you're getting that from a pre-designed logo, you can go into Illustrator, InDesign, and get that hex code pretty easily. So if I have Illustrator here and if I have that open, let's say I have a logo in here. I don't actually, but let's see. This is kind of goofy. So let's say I want possibly, to sample a color from Illustrator. I can go in here and get the hex from right here. So if I double click on either the stroke color or the fill color here, it will take me to an area where I can grab the hex code. You can also go over here and double click, I believe, maybe not. Yeah, so you can double click on swatches as well and get the hex code here for a quick Command C, Command V. So, that's one way of, oops, I'm going in the wrong spot here. So that's one way of grabbing the hex colors from Illustrator. InDesign is going to be pretty similar to grab that hex code. And Photoshop maybe is a little different, but actually I think it's pretty similar too. You just double click on the fill color at the bottom of the tools panel and you should be able to find it. So that's I suggest at least changing the color theme of your site. The text themes are here. It's good to stay with, there's some headings and paragraph text here with different sizes for each. I'm a little confused as to why the heading 1 is smaller than the heading 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I think that's kind of confusing. I feel like the heading 1 should be the largest and then go down from there. But I'm noticing a lot of these themes are put together a little differently for some reason, and the heading 2, 3, 4s are bigger than the heading 1s, which is unusual to me. But you can edit your text here, change your fonts to a web-safe font here. You're probably going to have to stick with whatever's in the list here. You can upload fonts, but I would stick with what's in the list, honestly, because if you start adding your own custom fonts, it's probably not going to load on other computers if it's a custom font. You want to have a web-safe font that you're working with so that it works on everybody's computer, whether they have your font or not. Most web-safe fonts are available on pretty much any computer and any browser. So, these I would shy away from using. But so that this section is actually the site design section, is where you would find the colors and the fonts, which you want to match the brand of your company. Pages and menus, this will show you the site menu pages. If you click here, I've actually deleted some of mine. I've added a customer testimonial page, which I nested. I could have it showing up in the navigation if I want, by just clicking and dragging it and having it in line. If I want to nest it under the Our Story page, I could just quickly drag it over, nest it in. Same with products. I mean, it doesn't have to be nested under store, but I think that actually works pretty well. So if yours is looking similar to this as far as the site menu goes, you're going to be on the right track. If you want to delete pages, you can quickly click on this icon here and push delete. You can hide them, copy, rename them here. So yeah, that's kind of how to organize in site pages. Sign up, login, members area. Probably, you know, don't need to do much with these unless you're actually going to launch your site. Site store pages, you probably want to keep these around because we will be kind of customizing these at some point later on as we get closer to the due date. But so yeah, that's kind of the site. The site menu is mostly where you're going to be working this week. You can also find your different pages here in this drop down. So okay, let's go to the home page. So if I go here and go to home, I can change my header design. So if you click on the header up here and go to settings, this is the scroll settings. So I think the freezes. I think this is by default on most templates, but make sure that it's freezing to the top when you scroll. I think that's a good idea for both mobile and desktop. And let's see, if we go to quick, let's see, we can go here, change header design. This is kind of an interesting area. You can customize the design here, which I think is the most useful area. You can play around with these different designs. I kind of like it like this, and then if you want to change the fill color, you can on the header. I'm actually going to keep mine the same, but just showing you where that's at. You can change the opacity on the header as well. Also, if you go in here, you can put a border on your header, which I would actually shy away from, but those are some of the basic header options. Also, if we go to quick edit, you can quick edit this, and actually there's not a whole lot here. Sorry, the quick edit section, you can change that, but if we go to vector art, you can change your vector art out here. You can upload your image here, your file for your probably a transparent background PNG file would work really well. You might be able to put a SVG file in here from Illustrator if you have an Illustrator logo file. But yeah, you can change out your logo here. You can make sure that this links to your home page, and I would definitely put you know, a description here, MW cloth logo, and then we can add our link to the home page here, which it probably will already have that. And then if we want to change our text, we can edit text here. You can animate it. You might want to link it to the home page, just in case somebody accidentally links on that. I don't know if I don't want it to look like a link though, which maybe we don't want it to link because it adds that underline and I don't like that. So yeah. So yeah, let's go to the site here. Let me reload this because I ended up going somewhere where I went into the quick edit section here. So let's say I want to change this image, or maybe I want to change my button. I can change my button text here. I can change the design of my button. You know, maybe I want to go here. Maybe I want to customize the design. I can go to the fill color and opacity here. It's not working for me for some reason. I think my computer's hiccuping a bit. But you may need to customize some of your button designs. And you would do that here. So fill color, opacity, border, corners, shadow, and text. And you can change the styles up here. Okay, I'm not able to do it right now. I think my internet's getting a little slow, but you get the idea. And sometimes you will have to change like the text to be a different color, and then the fill color and opacity on the button may need to be changed as well. So that's how you would do that. If you want to change this text, you can edit your text here. Change the heading if you need to. So, but we can also go to this section and go to quick edit, and we can change the text here on our image. We can change our button text easily. I'm not saying this is a great button text. We can change the link to our button. I do want it to go to the store page, so that's good. We can change the background, manage the media, which would change this image, I believe. And then, yeah, that's done. Maybe we'll want to go to the next section and do a quick edit on that. We can change up our backgrounds, our images, our button text on both of these, the links, which I'm not actually seeing buttons, but if I wanted to add a button, I could add an actual button by going into Add Elements and then going into the Buttons section here. And here's our theme buttons. You definitely want to keep with your theme buttons. You don't want to have like a ton of different styles of buttons on your website. So like if I wanted to add a button here, I can add that in. And maybe I want to, delete this. So I'll click on that, push, delete. Oops, I deleted my section. I did not need to do that. Push delete on the keyboard. And then maybe I want a button instead that says products. And then I want to link that to my products page. Just click on here and it's not working. Okay, now it is. My internet's not working the best. Okay, so maybe I want buttons instead. So you can add those in over here. If you want to add in any kind of element, you can do it over here. Okay, you don't have to work completely off of your theme that you chose or your template that you chose. You can add in different things here. So definitely don't forget about the Add Elements section. It's definitely very useful, and you can even bring in basic shapes, decorative elements that you might want to bring in, that you might want to repeat throughout your site. Definitely something that you can do. So something to play with. You can also animate some of these things. Push delete on your keyboard to delete them. So I just wanted to show you, you can add elements to your pages. You don't have to only work off of what you have in your template. Although sometimes the template does have things that we really like. Some of these fonts maybe need to have their colors changed so that they actually are working on the backgrounds. We do want to think about accessibility and is this color working? So that's something to think about, changing the colors of the text. Although I'm not having much luck with that right now. This button might need to be changed as well. It's not working on this dark background. We might want to go with this style of button for that. So make sure that your colors are working, your contrast in your colors are working. Here, this is easy enough to change out. Edit the text on your footer. You can edit the vertical menu. You can add or delete buttons in here. These are considered buttons, I think, because they're links. This is a subscription form, which might be worth keeping in there. You can edit this text in your footer. We do want to make this as realistic as possible. Social bar, you can set your social links here by clicking and putting here. So I did actually update mine just to go to the ColourPop Cosmetics Facebook page. I just Googled ColourPop Facebook and then found the URL and copied that over. Yeah, you do want to add in, customized social bar links. So that's just some of the basics that you guys need to go through on each of your pages on your site. Make sure your colors are working, your imagery, your text, and any kind of video you want to add is working. And yeah, just let me know if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns. Talk to you later.